Right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys are well. Okay, so we are on the range today for our Handgun series. I think we are on part 6. And also, don't forget, we have a Back to Basics course coming up on the 24th of August, as well as our Ultimate EDC Challenge. So don't forget to sign up for those things. Check out our website to sign up for those. Okay, right, part 6 of our Handgun Basic series. Right, so last week we spoke about getting off the X. Now, today I said we talk about malfunctions, right? So, malfunctions, a lot of guys don't practice them. And I see it often, right? The guy will get a problem with his gun and he'll look at his gun and he'll go, and that's the end. By that time, you're dead in the real world, right? So how do we do malfunctions? We're going to set them up, but I'll talk about the basic ones and then we'll go on to doing some live fire, okay? So, malfunctions that we get. The first one that we get is a misfire. A misfire is when I pull the trigger and I get a click. That means that there is a misfire, failure to fire. How do I fix it? I simply tap my magazine, I rack it to throw out the faulty one, give me a new one, and then I can assess. Tap, rack, assess, known as the immediate action drill. Right, okay, so that is a misfire. The next one that we get is a hang fire. A hang fire is when I pull the trigger and I get a delay. Right, so I pull the trigger and I get a click, and that can be up to 5 seconds. So I count 1, 2, bang, gun will go off. Sometimes it goes off at 1, sometimes it goes off at 5. We never ever know. So on a shooting range, we'll just hold on tight. In a real world, I'm not going to take the chance, right? I'm just going to simply tap, rack, and assess. Immediate action drill. So tap, rack, and assess. Okay, the next one that we get is what we call stovepipe jam, right? So that is when we get a case that has failed to eject completely from the gun. Normally it looks something like that, right? It'll look like that, where the case has failed to eject from the gun. How do we clear it? We simply will just sweep it out of the gun. So sweep it out of the gun or rip it out the gun. Okay, it will come out. Okay, that's as simple as it is. When you have a red dot, it's a little bit more complicated. Depending on how quick you are, if you just grab it and rip it, it will work. But if you can't, tap rack. Okay, tap rack normally fixes most things. Okay, the next one is a failure to go into battery. The failure to go into battery is when the slide has not gone all the way forward. Okay, let me set it up. That is a simple failure to go into battery. You can see how the slide has not gone all the way forward. How do we fix it? If you've got a Glock, very simple. You beat it forward, right? Okay, that will work. But if you don't have a Glock, you've got a hammer gun, it's a little bit sore. So don't beat it forward, you're going to hurt your hand. So what do? You got to simply tap and rack. Okay, tap and rack to get it out. Okay, the next one that we got is what we call a squibbler. Now, a squibbler doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. In my lifetime, I've only had it once. But I've seen it happen plenty of times on the range. And it normally happens because we have less than normal powder charge. So we're causing less than normal pressure, which makes the bullet get stuck inside the barrel. If you get that, you will normally feel it. You'll have a soft pop or bang on the gun. You'll feel less recoil and it won't be hitting the target. Okay, if you simply tap rack on that one, you're going to blow up your gun. Okay, it is going to pop your gun like you've never seen before. So my suggestion is always, if you get that, confirm, yes. So how do we do it? We do a safety inspection, put a cleaning rod through if you've got a cleaning rod. If you don't have a cleaning rod, just simply take the gun apart, look down the barrel from the chamber side, not the muzzle side, and confirm, yes, I have a squibbler. Okay, then you're going to take it to the range officer on the range. They might be able to help you, or you take it to a gunsmith and he'll simply pump it out with a ramrod. Okay. Okay, so those are the basic malfunctions. Another one that you get, which is not very spoken about very often, is what we call a double feed. Now, a double feed is when we get 2 rounds that try and mate with each other, basically. Okay, right, so let me try to show you. So we get, let me put a dummy, empty doppy, empty case inside the gun so you can see it, right? You lock it back, empty doppy inside the gun, and I put my magazine here. Okay, right. That is simply a double feed. There's one in the chamber and there's one trying to come through. Now, how do I fix that? How do I fix it? What am I going to do? I'm going to, what? Tap rack? Doesn't work. Tap rack don't work. So tap rack won't simply work. So what do I need to do? I need to then rip my magazine out. So if I rip my magazine out, it will close the slide and my gun can then go back in. And if it doesn't work still, I can simply tap rack it out. Yes? and that will make my gun back in the operation, right? Okay, makes sense. Okay, so that is how we do it. How to set up this course of fire is very simple. You're going to take a magazine and you're going to load it with empty doppies that you find on the range. Okay, now yes, it might jam up your gun, and it probably is going to jam up your gun real tight. Okay, make sure you have a cleaning rod with you, or a ram rod, like a solid rod that you can, if it gets stuck inside the chamber, you can pop it out. But this is the easiest way to do it, right? So what we do is we take a magazine and we fill it up with doppies, which is going to cause induced stress, right? Induced malfunctions. I have a steel plate over there, right? Or there, Bob there, right? Steel man. Okay, so we're going to try and run it. I'm about 10 meters. We're going to run it, and I'm simply going to just try fix it. Tap rack, tap rack, tap rack. But remember, we can't stay stagnant, right? So we got to move now while we're doing this. So we're going to be moving and fixing. Okay, so the mag is empty. You're going to feel this fatigue. This is something you can practice on the shooting range by yourself, right? Little tips and tricks, right? Courtesy of Training and Tactics. Okay, don't forget. Okay, like and share these videos if you like what we do, hey? And comment in the comment section. Let us know about your thoughts, right? Okay, right, let's try it. So let me load up. 10 meters. I hope you guys are going to see me through all of this stuff. Right, okay, so you can do it on a whistle, you can do it on a buzzer. It's up to you entirely, but remember, we want to keep off the X, so we want to move left and right. Right, it is just a good way to just make sure you got that muscle memory, that memory of bring the gun in, check out what's going on, fix it, get back in the fight. Okay, while moving, keep your feet moving, keep your feet moving. Okay, it's very hard to hit a moving target. Okay, it's very easy to hit a stagnant, so just remember that. Okay, right guys, as always, my name is Dave from Training and Tactics. I hope this stuff helps, and if it does, don't forget to like and share and subscribe to all our videos and all our channels, right? Don't forget, we're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Threads. I can't even tell you that we're everywhere, right? So don't forget to follow there. And guys, have a fantastic day. As always, my name is Dave from Training and Tactics. Ciao for now.